Friday back in on the pod. Look, y'all know we gotta do it. We just had an incredible beef between Joey Badass Pro Era versus the West Coast in Daylyt, Vaughn, AzChike, I think that's his name, and then fucking J3 hitter J3, all them other West Coast nigga. YG dropped a song. And
YG dropped the song.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it
YG
happened
dropped
the
the
other day. It's called Hollywood. YG only said one line though. It's like a new single, and he said one line to
So he
Joey.
just kind of dropped one
Yeah,
little.
yeah. Hold on, watch. I'm gonna pull up his new song so I'll read you the lyric. Hold on. It's called Hollywood, I believe. Yeah, YG Hollywood. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hollywood lyric. Yeah, it dropped 3 days ago, P. Literally 3 days ago. And I saw it on TikTok and I was like, damn, this nigga brought up Joey Badass. Okay, YG. I see you.
Don't I
Here we
feel
go.
like don't get in it if you ain't gonna get in it for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, look what he did. Let a nigga trip. He gonna get a facelift. That 40 Glock got him doing the Matrix. All the pretty girls gonna play this, and Joey Badass gonna hate this.
All
So
right,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
So
I guess
that's all he said, you know? Like, I
that's
don't,
not really.
to your point of don't get in this if you're not trying to get in this, YG didn't have to say that. He just said that so his song would get some more relevancy due to this beef. You know that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole. That's kind of what everybody doing, but like
Facts. Facts.
he
So yeah,
he ain't even really even committing to a diss record for
so
real.
let's
Like,
get into that. How you feel about that? So before we even, how you feel about certain niggas just responding just to get into this so they get some clout? Is that cool?
I mean that's kind of what that's what the whole shit is about for real.
Okay.
And I mean
Well,
it worked. It worked for everybody, even for Joey Badass. I
true,
feel
true.
like
Yeah, Joey Badass
everybody
definitely got
kind
some
of
clout for this. He
got
did.
they. I feel like everybody is more established than they were before the beef started.
Uh, I would say everybody, but like Kai Cash and no, not Kai Cash. Well, no, him too. Kai Cash, AzChike, Hitter J3, and I think Reason. Those are the only niggas that I don't think are like better off because of this.
Mm.
I definitely think
This the
Daylyt,
thing though.
Vaughn, Joey Badass. I think those are the three people who benefited the
This
most
the
from this.
thing though. AzChike already had his wave going. And I
Mm.
think even then is more people that have now heard of AzChike than before.
Okay, all right, I
I
can give you
still
that.
think he's gonna benefit off of this in the long run.
All right, what about
Because they're gonna
hit a
go listen and
J3?
realize that hey, this nigga music actually tight.
Okay,
Even though Joey hit him with the ass cheek line, like I'm a super fan of AzChike.
and at
I've been
least
trying to tell y'all niggas to listen to AzChike for some months now.
I'll say this: at least AzChike's song was good because to me, Hit a J3 and Kai Cash's song weren't good. They weren't, and the Reason song was okay.
I heard the Reason song. I thought Reason song was good.
Okay,
Kai Cash did not listen to his shit.
his shit was not good.
I don't know what role he plays in this. I don't know who he
He
is.
was from the representing the East Coast. He was like, I'm not just gonna let a West Coast nigga diss the East Coast. His song was mixing six.
I
I ain't
wasn't
really was
familiar with
fucking with
Kai
it.
Cash.
And then Hit a J3 song was bad. That nigga not only tried to diss Joey Badass, but then he was dissing Ice on the Joe Budden podcast. The nigga wasn't on beat. It sounded horrible, nigga.
And then they was commenting on this shit like, yeah, this shit trash. Like, that's fucked up when you see a nigga post they shit. Like, he posted on Twitter, like, the YouTube link or something.
Yeah.
And all the comments was like, no, nigga, this shit trash. You shouldn't have dropped this. Like, tell that nigga that shit was, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up.
And then the nigga tried to drop another song. He dropped one after that, after the niggas were saying this shit trash. And it was like, nigga, can you please stop? Go get a UPS job. When niggas tell you go get your CDL on fucking Twitter is the most heartbreaking thing I see happen to people.
It's
bro.
just the simple fact that, bro, just because you gangster, that don't mean you rap good. He probably a gangsta ass nigga. He probably like a real blood and all that shit.
Oh, definitely.
But
definitely.
like that don't mean you gonna get on this mic and all that gang banging shit. That don't help you on this microphone.
Hold on. Now that you say that, let me pull up the
Like
youth.
you might be a real life killer, but now you in some shit with some microphone killers. You in a different arena.
Hold on. Wait, here we go. Wait. I speak for everyone when I say we do not care. Another bullshit drop from Hitter J3. Bro, give up on rap. Go get your CDL certified ass. This isn't bad. Just stop drinking before you hit the booth. That means the nigga was slurring his words and wasn't on beat. The nigga say it's not bad. Just don't drink no more before you get in the booth. It's crazy to me, bro. Somebody said man wanted to get noticed so bad. Oh, this shit is hilarious. But yeah, all right. Let's talk about the real shit of the beef. The beef starts off with Joey Badass dropping the rulers back on in January. Daylyt responds with the HIYU in January. Vaughn does Crash Out Heritage in January.
And to me, that's really where
that's where it began.
Where it really starts.
Because
wait, what dropped before that?
The Ruler's Back. That's what he did.
No, Kendrick. After that.
Oh, after you. Oh yeah, that's CJ Fly doing the High U freestyle.
Right.
And then you got Daylyt doing YHRR. Vaughn does Impossible Patty again in February,
which wasn't completely a full
diss. No, yeah. I agree. You didn't get Joey Badass doing a sub on Pardon Me. Daylyt does another sub on Backpack, and then Vaughn does a more subs on Just Incredible's freestyle, and then it begins officially May 13th with the Joey Badass, Big Sean, Ab-Soul, Red Bull Spiral freestyle. Now let's start there. How'd you feel about that? Because when I saw that, I definitely felt like the memes and how somebody in our Discord said, damn, Big Sean always drop a hard verse, but they always got niggas rapping controversy every time he drop a hard verse. Because Big Sean killed that, but you got Joey sending shots, which overshadowed that.
Yeah, man, Big Sean always find himself in this situation.
That's crazy,
where other niggas start getting into it because of some shit he was.
That shit is crazy. It happens every time. And like, this was a good moment for Big Sean. He sets up this cipher. He's like, we want niggas to rap.
It's to the point. I think Big Sean just needs to start dissing niggas at this point. Like, like you rap good. You can rap with these niggas. Yeah, you just gonna have to.
I agree. And next time he has a moment with one of these niggas, let the two niggas rap first, and then you go at the end and diss niggas. Because he always go first, too. Why are you always going first, nigga? Like, that shit is crazy. Control went first. This went first. There was another one where somebody else was dissing, and he went first. And I'm like, why does this happen every time? But in the Red Bull freestyle, how'd you feel about Joey's verse there?
Oh, it's fire. All those verses were fire. That's 3 certified rappers. Like,
and the Ab-Soul shit was hard. Now, there's people in the West Coast side, this nigga named Chapo, who sent a diss song at Ab-Soul, and he was like, you the one that allowed these East Coast niggas to diss us. How you feel about that?
Wait, who, Chapo?
Yeah, he on TikTok. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you.
Not Chapo from Cleveland, right? With free bands.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna tell you his name.
Who be rapping with the FBG and with any like free bands or something?
His rap name is Live Moolah. Live Moolah. He got his TikTok name is Chapo. But look, it's this nigga. I'm gonna show you. So he's basically like a West Coast ghostwriter and rapper. And he wrote for Joe Budden. He did some other shit. And basically he was dissing, and he be with TD and shit. And he was like, nah, I'm not gonna let Ab-Soul just fucking side with Joey Badass and diss the West. I'ma diss him. How you feel about that stance? Because they got other West Coast niggas who's saying, besides him, who's saying Ab-Soul kind of allowed this to happen and don't want to step in the ring.
I think it would be an issue if it was more serious than what it actually is.
I agree.
This isn't like a serious. I don't necessarily believe that these niggas really have an issue with each other.
Like, I don't think
it's not like you fucking with the ops. These niggas not ops in real life. Like,
facts.
This is just a friendly competition, which I feel like it's on brand for Ab-Soul to support.
I agree.
Lyrical competition in rap.
It was until Vaughn mentioned Joey Badass fiance, and then Joey drops his last song, and Daylyt's like, "Nah, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here." Daylyt was like, "It's done after this." I think it got serious at that point, which is why it stopped. You know what I'm saying? But we're not there yet. But I do think it got serious at the end just because he mentioned that man's wife.
Because niggas started getting desperate.
Yeah, facts. So after the freestyle, we didn't get Vaughn dropping Whole Era, which I liked Whole Era. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Vaughn's Whole Era was hard.
Very
yeah,
good
I do. And it was entertaining. He took the Kendrick method of making a hit, which I thought was a good choice of making a good song. Like that wasn't just I'm gonna bar you to death. It was like, nah, I'm gonna have your ass dancing. He was on the West Coast thing. Joey's
and it
like
was very aggressive and direct.
Joey,
but that kind of
oh, go ahead.
The thing with that though, it being such a very direct and an aggressive diss, he did come off as kind of, and I feel like this was for a lot of what the West, for him and AzChike, they both, the angles they took, while they were aggressive, direct, they did come off as, you kind of just sound like you're hating.
Yeah, facts.
And not in the way Kendrick did it, where he was like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that is.
No,
it
sounded the same thing. They sounded very jealous.
Because the points they were making, there was no like real, it was really nothing there. Like they were saying stuff you been rapping and you still ain't got a hit, which is not true.
And it was like
devastated by Joey Badass's platinum.
Oh, 100%. And they basically was like, yeah, don't come for our big dog. They was basically Kendrick dick eating, nigga. Like they really were.
And then Joey used that. That was, he rebutted it.
He did.
On what was that? The finals.
That's what I was getting to, the finals. And I'm glad he said that because that's what they was doing. Like, all these West Coast niggas are dick-eating Kendrick and not calling it for what it is. And
because he said, I think it was like, I hate the way you let Kendrick dick sit in your mouth. No, I hate the way you let dick sit in your mouth.
Hold on,
because that's the same dick licking I was talking about.
Yeah. That shit was hard. Wait, here we go. And then when he hit him with, be starting off, what kind of top dog is you? You Mo Shih Tzu, you was cloning a lab dog, you artificial, you known for your label, not because you're artificial. And I ain't gonna talk about how broke you are to fix you, because when we send shots, it's gonna be hard to miss you, nigga. Oh shit, that was hard, bro. Joey, and we gonna get to this, but Joey has always been a nigga that could really rap, P. Me and you, as we could tell from our conversations we've had over the years, we are really rap fans, but we grew up in the blog era. We talk about this all the time. And we were fans of Pro Era, bro. Like, nah, I remember the conversation when people having which one's better, Pro Era or Top Dog. When you have the fucking cipher, if you remember the freshman cipher, it was Action Bronson, Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, Joey Badass, and Travis fucking Scott. That was the best freshman cipher of all time. And like, I followed, as well as you, P, I followed Joey and them to know Capital Steez, Nick Caution, Swank Master Raw, fucking Diamond Lewis, Kirk Knight, Desi Hines, yeah, Dirty Sanchez, Nick Caution, Chuck Strangers, Kirk Knight. Like, we were fans of Pro Era. Then you have
Tina Apex. Super underrated.
And then you have the Beast Coast, which is Pro Era plus Flatbush Zombies. And what was the Underachievers? Like, these niggas really could rap, bro. Like, there was nothing you could fuck with.
There was Dime a Dozen, too. I don't know if Dime a Dozen was officially Beast Coast.
Oh, I don't
know. But he was
definitely
Beast Coast adjacent.
Okay, hell yeah. Like, bro, I know you remember Dirty Sanchez coming out with the fucking the swankiest flows and just being like the chill old nigga. And then you got Swank Master on Diamond Lewis on this new age fucking Raekwon and Ghostface Killer type back and forth shit. Oh, it was great, bro. Nick Caution is like, I could rap just as well as Joey type shit. Like, it was hard, bro. It was hard. And then Capital Steez, rest in peace, was like their experimental ODB, Old Dirty Bastard type. If they were Wu-Tang, that's how Capital Steez kind of felt like to me. It's like the wise saying.
I feel like Capital Steez was kind of like the second front man for me. I feel like Capital Steez was like the like if Joey's like Method Man,
yeah,
then Capital Steez is like
Would you say
Ghostface
RZA?
Killer or some shit like.
Oh, see, I think Old Dirty Bastard fame the second man of Wu-Tang. You don't
He don't
think?
got that style. Like Old Dirty
Okay.
Bastard was on them drugs. He
Yeah,
was
he was.
wilding. He was on some. It's hard to compare a lot of people to Old Dirty Bastard.
That's fair. That's fair. Because Capital Steez was like their second in command, honestly. And he was
If
just
anything, I would say Capital Steez. If we're comparing it to Wu-Tang, Steez has got to be like the
Jizza.
Inspector Deck or like Jizza
Okay.
of the group. Kirk Knight, I think Kirk Knight got to be the RZA of the group. Even though he's not really the leader, but in terms of being the producer rapper, that, you know.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Here we go. This another bar from the fucking thing that I fucked with. I did more for you than the whole TDE. It's too bad, niggas. You should have had signed to me. Somebody tell Top we about to start TD East. Funny how they gotta use the pro name for promo on the Loto. I think you niggas is homo. The way you let Dot dick sit in your mouth. Hey, yo, this is the same dick licking I was talking about. You niggas would do anything for clout. Crash out over niggas who won't even let you in their house. I bet you ain't got his number. It's funny how the thirst is being disguised as hunger.
That was an incredible line. The thirst is being disguised as hunger,
nigga. Oh, because these niggas are thirsty, bro. Hell, Joey cooked them niggas. That was finals. When he came out with finals, surgical. I was like, yes, this is great. This is fucking
surgical.
Great. Next we get Reason's Dead Apple. I'll let you talk about it because you liked it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. The fact that
it's Reason.
I didn't understand why Reason got into this. Why did Reason jump into this? I didn't understand that.
Well, I mean, Reason was TDE.
Oh, I guess
Reason
he said
to TDE. He's an actual TDE. Reason got more of a reason to be a part of it than AzChike and them.
But wait,
but Daylyt not even signed to TDE.
But no, Reason left TDE. He was he left and he ain't fuck with him no more.
Yeah, but he's still a West Coast nigga.
I guess, but I
don't think his issue was with Kendrick Lamar. His issue was with Musa.
And Top. Facts.
Yeah.
But Joey did say, I'm going to let him rot while I charge him for top dollar. You the next nigga getting dropped off top roster. And I'm going to be the reason, okay, bet you look. That's why he said it. Mm-hmm. I guess that's why he jumped in. Because Joey made fun of Reason getting dropped. My bad. That did happen on finals. Okay, so Reason drops Dead Apple, and then you get AzChike dropping What Would You Do? Which I thought was a good sounding song. It just wasn't a good diss, P.
That's true.
Yeah, AzChike. It
was a hot song. The song is not a. But that's I kind of halfway expected that from Chike because that's not the type of rapper he is. Like he's a rapper that got bars here and there.
Okay.
But he's more of a. He's more of a flow oriented. He's gonna make that. He make party music for the most part. Like he made West Coast like jams. Like
that's fair. That I see. I didn't know what to expect from AzChike just because I'd only heard him on GNX and this song. So I was like, all right, let's see. And it sounded good, but I didn't think like, oh, this was diss worthy. This was just a good song.
Yeah, like he's not your prototypical MC type of guy. He's more in that. Well, he's more in that YG type of zone as far as type of rapper.
Yeah, YG is not about his lyrics. He
got some good bars though. He got bars.
Good bars, it's just, for sure.
Not his
but it's about the vibe.
Shit.
It's about how it makes you feel with YG. And I feel like that's what you're saying about AzChike. Hell yeah. All right, so the next song we got after that is Daylyt doing WRD2 MIMVA. Look, bro, Daylight's a great rapper. But P, that song, that beat was not good. It didn't sound like it was on beat. I was like, what is happening?
Word to my mother, it was like, wasn't mixed well.
It was bad, bro.
It wasn't like...
I was like, what is Daylyt doing?
Yeah, I was unnecessary. I didn't really think he accomplished much with that. I feel like Daylyt went backwards with that one. I feel like now you got people thinking you trash when you was looking good after Pie. When you was rapping with J. Cole and them, you was showing you can rap with legends. You know what I'm saying? That you that type of rap, and I feel like he regressed with that.
Yeah, that was bad.
Because now kind of like, okay, you need these niggas to make some shit that sound good.
He don't have it. Oh no, go ahead.
To me, it gives that you don't have the ear. You know what I mean? You don't have the ear to be a rap. You don't know how to pick a beat and You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like it kind of gives that, and it just gives more credence to that battle rappers can't make music thing,
It
which is
did.
true for the most part because there's like very few rappers that were doing well with it. Like it was just pretty much Sue Surf for a long time. Who
Yep.
was the only like battle rapper that was
That
really
made
doing.
good music. Yeah,
Yeah.
because even Murder Mook, I didn't think made good music because like it was never a good beat. Loaded Lux, similar situation.
Well, Lloyd Lux he had a moment. He had his moment when he first came out and people were feeling his music and stuff. But even him, he's not like a super, you know, his music isn't gonna be the biggest appeal.
I'm trying to
But
pull
he
up.
can sound good on the track, as we would find out with what happened
Yes,
next.
exactly. Yes, that's what I was trying to pull up what you said about Daylyt from the Discord, but I can't find it right now. But you went in on that nigga about this. It was just like I don't know what Daylyt is doing with this track. You talk all that shit and then just don't come in
this
right.
This is the deal with that. What I thought he was talking about is actually not what he was talking about. But
so he wasn't
it's
talking about
closely
Steve.
related.
He wasn't
This
talking
is the
about
deal
Steve.
with that. Okay. He had that line if they knew what I knew about you, then they'll probably jump off a
the
bridge
bridge
too.
too. Yep.
That was a reference to Ab Soul attempting to take his own life, by jumping off of a bridge. But Ab Soul survived. But what I thought he was
I thought he was
talking
talking about
about,
Steez.
huh?
I thought he was talking about Steez.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about Lori Joe.
Oh.
Who is Ab-Soul's ex-girlfriend who committed suicide by jumping off of a building. Which is the same thing that Capital Steez did. They both committed suicide by jumping off of buildings.
Yeah.
You know
New York.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, in Harlem.
And I feel like, I wouldn't even went into that territory. There's people you're cool with. You kind of, I don't know. It is Daylyt though. Like
I was like, what is Daylyt doing for this? I was like, you don't have to go into Steez, but I will say he put out a track where he was talking about how that wasn't what he was talking about. How he talked about the whole track was him talking about how he loves Capital Steez in Pro Era and what they meant to him. So when I heard that track, I was like, okay, I respect that from Daylyt. And I will say that was the best song Daylyt put in this whole shit. Like that was the best one where he sounded.
But it was definitely a clickbait ass move.
It was for sure.
You knew what you was doing when you posted that picture of Steez at the height of a confrontation. Like he knew what he was doing. They like this is what he does.
We know the last beef that Joey Badass was with was what's that nigga name from New York?
Troy Ave.
Yeah, with Troy Ave, and Troy Ave took the Capital Steez death as
he took
angle. And he started to say he was doing it to help other kids prevent suicide, lying, just bullshitting. So we know that that's angles people take, and I did not think Daylyt would take that. And you're right, P. That was a clickbaity ass song, even though it was. He knew what he was doing. It's essentially. I agree, 100%. We get CJ Fly dropping Stingray, Kai Cash dropping Nixon 6, and then J1 real quick. This is whatchamacallit's son, Jadakiss's son, dropping Bobby Mercer. How did you feel about that one? We'll talk about that before we get to the Loaded Lux song.
Wait, who?
J1.
You just said a bunch of stuff.
So no. I didn't listen to the CJ Fly. Kai Cash.
CJ Fly, he rapped well.
Okay.
CJ Fly just doesn't have the demeanor.
Yeah, he a cool nigga. Like
he's very chill. He's very nice. I just
Currency and Wiz type
enough,
of nigga.
I don't know. He didn't have enough bite and just venom in the shit he was saying.
I feel you. Now, how you felt about J1's Bobby Mercer? I listened to that one. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I don't think he's a nepo baby in the sense that his dad doing everything. Like I think he got some talent there. Like he not just living off his pops.
But I definitely wouldn't have listened to it if it wasn't Jadakiss's
son. No, I agree.
I wouldn't have known. Like I wouldn't have known who he was. Like
I agree.
But he did rap very well. I did think that was good. But
and he talked about wanting to bring lyrics back in the song. Like his approach was just, I'm showing you that the East Coast got spitters. I'm not really dissing everybody. I'm just not gonna let y'all talk bad about the East Coast because we can really rap out here. That was his approach. Is Bobby Mercer. So
I think it was cool, but it didn't really make a huge difference.
No, it didn't. It didn't matter in the beef at all.
And that's one of my things I always say with this rap beef is like, when you got multiple people getting involved in the beef all at once, is only certain voices are gonna matter.
Oh, for sure.
It's like I said in the Kendrick versus Drake shit. Like Drake, a big flaw in what Drake did was that he was dissing all these niggas and a lot of his best lines was for them other niggas, not Kendrick.
Yeah, that's looking back on the beef. Family Matters, as good of a song that is, it shouldn't have been focusing on anybody else, but like it should have been that last part of the song doing more at Kendrick. But that's a conversation for another time. But you are absolutely right.
Like that fast part, that beat
That
switch
middle
where it
part,
goes
yeah,
into
it
that
didn't.
fast part.
We didn't need that.
That speed,
Yeah,
brother. Y'all ain't getting shit shot.
yeah, we did not need that. We did not need that.
But you get your head split again.
I
That
skipped
part
that
and all
part.
that shit. When
I
he's
always
dissing
skip
ASAP
that
Rocky
part.
and them, that was the hardest part of the song.
But see, I disagree. I thought the last part was the best. I like the last part. To me, that part of the song is the part where I'm like, all right, let's get through this. Different ears. See, we both like
What you
different
talking
things.
about? The Kendrick is up in this mouth. Someone go hand him a
I
Grammy
like
right
that
now.
last
That's
part,
what you thought was the hardest?
especially with the. I like the beginning too. I like the beginning and the end. And also with the video, I like how we go to the. I like that just the narrative of everything.
See,
The
I'm gonna
storytelling.
tell you why I didn't particularly think that was the best part. Because Drake kind of shot himself in the foot at certain points with that. Because like as much as people saying, "Oh, Kendrick said some bullshit," the daughter was fake. Well, from what we can see now, him beating his girl was fake. Also, when you got to the end, I really don't like how he did at the end.
I still don't think the
And he
beating the
keeps
girl was
saying, "You're
fake.
dead. Nigga,
Yeah,
you're dead.
that's
You're
fair.
dead. You're dead." Like he's trying to take his victory lap and cement that he won. And it's just telling you that he thought this was enough.
He
That
did.
everything after this is just he thought this was enough. He thought this was gonna end it. So after this song, you can't say, "Oh, I knew you were gonna do that and
That's
this
fair.
and was gonna come." You can't say that. You just said he was dead on this song.
I can acknowledge that, but
And you was really leaning into it like, "You're dead.
No,
Nigga,
he
you're
did.
dead.
He
Ha ha
did.
ha ha, won." And
that
then
part I can agree
he
with
did
100%.
it went bad for him after that.
I can agree with that part 100%. All right, but the next song we got Joey Badass and Loaded Lux, My Town, with Joey putting on. When I heard Loaded Lux come on that song, I was like, yes, we getting Daylyt's nigga who they say Daylyt be running from. Loaded Lux say Daylyt don't want no smoke with him, and Loaded Lux came on that BT and he sounded good. He sounded like, yeah, I'm not just a battle rapper, nigga. I'm a rapper.
I ain't gonna lie, Loaded Lux been running from Daylyt for real.
Loaded
Lux the one who really been running. I ain't gonna lie. Like Daylyt been trying to battle Lux.
I know. I'm just you know the narratives that's the truth. But you know the narrative people saying that he don't want nothing with Lux and everything. So
yeah, that battle been supposed to be in the making.
I don't know if we ever gonna get it with URL being dead now.
URL's not really dead. It's just they don't got the funding they used to have.
Yes, but they don't. It's like battle rap is like spread out now. It's not. There's no one big league that we look to anymore.
I think it's better that way.
For real?
It depends. Like, is the thing with URL, they were trying to they was trying to sign niggas to contracts, and that was causing problems. So it's like, all right, we're gonna give you this big chunk of change. So you're gonna do 3 battles on you. You signed for 3-4 battles, and
see, I didn't know that.
When you got like RBE, who was giving niggas what they wanted. Like he was willing to pay them big bags to get these dudes what they wanted. Smack felt like he's stealing the talent, so now it's friction between the leagues. So now Smack telling niggas, you battle over there, you can't battle over here. Yeah. If you want to go for it's that type of back and forth.
I'm a casual fan where I didn't know none of that behind the scenes. I just
that's a whole other.
I just liked how it was set up on Caffeine. I would watch on Caffeine. I would have like when it was live, it would let me know
that was the money.
Like that shit was fire. Like the way they set it up was fire.
Caffeine, that was I want to say that's Alki David.
Okay.
If you remember Alki David, is that Alki David? I thought it might not be Alki David.
I thought it was
I know Cold Slaughter was Alki David, but that's a whole nother thing. But basically, Caffeine was giving niggas big money. Like
that Caffeine
niggas was making way more money than they was ever making for a battle because of Caffeine.
I think I deleted that. Oh no, I didn't delete the app. I just have it was on the other side. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'm about to show you what it was. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm gonna just do a new song real quick.
But I think Caffeine just probably wasn't making enough money off of battle rap to keep paying what they were paying.
I agree, bro. Because it's not working because I haven't logged in for a while. But yeah, it was just the setup of that, which made me really be able to follow battle rap because it was like the pay-per-views were there. You could watch the old shit there. Like it was like, oh, battle rap has a streaming service.
It made it
now.
It was the best way to give it to people
Yeah,
live.
facts. And now I don't know where to watch it. Like I don't know what to look for now. You know what I'm saying?
It's because URL wanted to do that app. They had the URL TV app where they was dropping they would drop the battles on the app, which you had to pay for. And then way later, they were waiting like months and months and months before they dropped it on YouTube.
That's
so
how
now
it was
the YouTube viewership is dropping.
That was pre-caffeine. Yeah, I remember that. It was all on YouTube and shit.
That was during caffeine too.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah,
see, I didn't know.
They would drop the initial release would be on caffeine, then the battles would drop on the app, and then at some point
it would go to YouTube.
They would drop on YouTube.
See, I just knew you had to watch the caffeine shit or you wasn't gonna see that shit.
Yeah, at that time, yes. You was gonna wait a long time before you seen it.
See, that's why I fucked with it.
But you could always go on Reddit.
But if you might not if you saying it's better for the battle rappers now, then I can't argue with that. Because
it depends. Like, it's better because they can find more. That's the way it originally was. Like, originally, it wasn't just URL. There was shit before URL. There was Grind Time and all that shit, too. Like, King of the Dot, that's happening.
I remember the Toronto thing, King of the Dot. Yeah,
King of the Dot, that's happening around the same time that URL is getting big. And they had their own talent, too.
Okay.
They didn't steal the talent from URL. They had their own talent.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, back to the Joey shit. Joey drops with fucking Loaded Lux. I'll give y'all some of my favorite bars. This shit was hard. He said, no matter what stage they put you on, you still assed out. You thirst for attention. Nothing you could say could take away that sus shit you said on Vlad. I would say I'm going to get your ass, but you might like that. I'm smoking all you niggas in this blunt. This that light pack. Oh, shout out to Daylyt. Wait, where's the thing where he said Dot was in the Diddy parties? Hold on, let me find that shit, nigga. That shit.
Now that was on. That wasn't on that. That was.
Oh,
on,
that's not on this one. That's on the next one. Okay,
that
yeah,
was
that's
on
the
Crash
next
Dummy.
one. We gonna wait for that one. But then Loaded Lux when it at Daylyt. This was more so than Vaughn. This was more so the Daylyt song, where they was both going at Daylyt on this one. So that's that. Next after that we have Vaughn dropping Goldeneye. This is where
This is a turning point.
Yeah, this is where he starts making things
when it
personal.
started getting too serious.
This is where he says that Joey Badas was involved in the Diddy parties. This is where he calls out Joey Badas' fiance and his kids, and this was bad.
Yeah, and it was like, it was a good diss.
It was a good diss.
Again, it felt real, like the timing of it, it felt very, I'm getting my ass kicked, so let me go for the low blow.
Yep.
That's what kind of came off like.
Let me do whatever I can to win. And Joey Badass.
It feels like he said, I'm done trying to out-rap this nigga. Let me just say something bad about this nigga.
Yeah. In fact, let me take the new approach that we see wins battles is let me say some absurd, wild shit about this nigga's personal life. And Joey Badass said, bet that's what y'all want to do. And Daylyt drops Ayo in between that. How'd you feel about that?
Bro, I barely remember what Daylyt said on Ayo.
Me too. That's the one.
The Daylyt shit was kind of just.
That's the one where he talked about Joey Badass liking wanting to fuck Pokemon. Like that shit was weird, nigga.
Yeah, your favorite Pokemon probably Jigglypuff and all that shit. That was cool, I guess.
It was whatever.
But that shit was flying by me for real, like.
Here we go. So we got it. All right. So this is Joey Badass Crash Dummy. I got the lyrics up. He said,
"What's you're not gonna pull up the lyrics for Vaughn, bro?
Pull up the Vaughn lyrics.
See, that's kind of biased. Like
I was being a little biased. All right, hold on. I'll pull up the Vaughn Goldeneye lyrics. You know who I'm not fucking with them niggas. I'm a Joey Badass fan, man. I really
I was gonna cut it down the middle. Like I'm a bigger fan of Joey Badass, but. If he would have got his ass whooped, I would have kept it.
I'm not gonna lie about that. I would have been fair about that, but Joey won, so I could be all the way, show my fan card.
I feel like a big part that one thing I really want people to take away from this rap beef as a whole is that I feel like general consensus is that Joey won. But I feel like it just goes to show you just because you try to come with some information or try to expose some shit about somebody that's not necessarily instant win, that shit has to be coupled with great rapping. You have to present that shit well. You have to say it in a way that's gonna make, because it ain't gonna just work if you just say some shit about a nigga and don't got nothing behind it.
I will say it would have been better for Vaughn if he'd have did that from the jump. It might have been different. I think the fact that he waited so late in the beef and like you said, was like, let me use this break glass in case of emergency situation. I think that also plays an effect in it too. If he comes with the gossipy shit in the beginning, I'm not saying Joey loses, but I'm saying it might be different. That's all I'm saying.
It might have, but
Because
I feel
it
like Joey
seems like
already had his rebuttals ready for that.
he
Like he
did. No,
kind of knew that
he
was
did.
coming.
He did.
Because everybody knows Joey was cool with Diddy at a point,
I'm gonna give you that. I can't argue that.
Everybody knew that already.
Joey did have his rebuttals, but I will say, to your point that you already said, the fact that it seemed like this nigga knew he was losing, so he had to do that, is the reason why I definitely think it didn't land even more so. So it's a little bit of both. But here we go. I got some Ray Vaughn lyrics. He said, "Holy shit, it gotta get back on Troy. I ain't say shit. Heard he out here begging for dot. I let the case spit. Get smacked down thinking we wrestling with them all Ray flips. Them shots ain't hurt Von Wick. I'm the Matrix, electrician Hoey. He out here flexing with his power check. Had a nigga pushing up dozies in some flower set. Y'all trooping with this nigga. Then why y'all ain't deployed? I heard y'all was siding with Diddy, but won't let it slide for you. Never mind." Damn, nigga, that's crazy.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was good. Hold on, let me find just a Forbes list, light miss with a bad boy bonus. Look, CJ got no hit. Kirk got no hit. Y'all ain't got hits, so pro era don't exist. TDE nigga or TDE East nigga. Ain't that about the bitch? You got a label full of artists. Every blog post skip. On God, I'm a D1 crash out. I'm as dummy as it gets. Indian street food. A nigga made it off the wrist.
I want to pause right there because another one of them shooting yourself in the foot lines. Like, you're saying these niggas ain't got no hits. Them
But
niggas
you ain't got
just
none.
as many hits as you. Joey got more hits than you.
Joey got more hits than you. And
like,
I will say,
I ain't never heard a hit record from a nigga named Ray Vaughn. Like,
no,
I'm sorry. Like,
me neither.
Ray, you ain't got no hits, bro. You can't use that angle. You can't hit a nigga with some shit that's true about you too. Like
he didn't go sus words always coming from your lips. If you standing next to Diddy, then you shouldn't mention dick. Cause if they ever show that footage, you gonna have to plead the fifth. I'm the nigga you should dread. I'm on your head. I'm Von Wick, nigga. Them gay lines is out of pocket. I ain't never been to Diddy house. Soraya gotta be shocked when all that footage out. Couldn't get a Grammy and said, "Fuck it, nigga, put me on that casting couch." That's the type of dick licking shit you should be rapping about. Bad boy.
that was a good one.
Yeah, and that's what
I
he
don't
mentioned.
think them niggas got no footage though.
No, me neither. And that's what he mentioned.
I'm not buying that these niggas was like what?
I don't believe that. But Soraya, for those that don't know, that's where he mentioned Joey Badass's fiance, and that's when it it get kind of crazy. But that's the Ray Vaughn lyrics. If you want, oh wait, I got a couple more. Here, hold on, because some of these is bad. Oh, you a badass, a bad boy. There you go, trying to cook a fake beef because Puffy called you a sloppy Joe. Fuck it, I'll be the Kendrick copy. Nigga, that's better than Bukakis. You nigga, you Diddy sidekick. How you got something to say at the freak off for a week, but you was calling me gay? Before the spice was Takeshi, where was you at? Troy Ave entered the chat, nigga, where was you at? You wasn't trying to save New York and put that shit on your back. It took a California nigga to get you to rap. Hey, that's fair. Those are fair lyrics about Troy Ave and shit. Yeah. So, all right, hell yeah, Ray Vaughn. That's some of your lyrics. Now, here's Joey coming back at this nigga. Joey said it's about time, nigga. Goddamn, almost got sick of waiting like a bad doctor, nigga. I ain't got a lot of patience. Y'all's niggas back on the clock. Anything past 24 hours is a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
What's the current situation? Niggas just clickbaiting. How predictable. This is the angle I was anticipating. And thank you for making it clear to me that Dot's scared. But yeah, I was at the party. I also saw Top there. In fact, we was talking about the same very plot here. Y'all niggas going outside because I'm the one that's top tier. Hey, Joey, I got this artist named Ray Vaughn. I'd appreciate it if you would really help me put him on. I said, okay, Top, but you know it's going to cost you. You know I really want the one who elevated your roster. I'm on these niggas' head top, rise to the dreadlock. Joey got the whole rap game in a headlock. I'm letting off headshots. I sent this whole shit from afar. The way I read Dot, niggas can't walk on these shoes. They threw the dead stock. Lately, I've been enjoying the perks, but I ain't got no man pop. Yeah, nigga.
The way I sent this shit from afar, the way I read Dot, like the infrared laser, like.
And then this fact he's saying he saw Top and Dot at the Diddy part, like, That cut out all y'all shit. And then saying how these niggas told me about you to help put you on, nigga. Like, going back against what you saying, Joey got more hits than Vaughn. We ain't never heard of this nigga. Okay, here we go.
Heard of him. I'm not gonna lie, like I hadn't heard of Vaughn before the beef.
You know what I'm
And
saying,
I
though.
believe I posted Vaughn in the Discord before.
You did.
Before the beef.
You definitely did.
I think I posted Doghouse with him and Isaiah Rashad.
You did.
Which is a lot. They didn't even go. Did they go? Did somebody ever bring that up in the battle? The fact that a gay nigga put this nigga on?
They could have, though. All right, here we got another one. Here's Joey's someone from his second verse. Anywho, ask myself, what would Kenny do? Any day of the week, I take at least 10 of you. You thought you got dirt on me because I buried you. You niggas hysterical. Ain't no coming back from this. You need a miracle. Joey just spun again. How could it be? It's like he knew it was coming in the future. Would he foresee? Have you ever thought TDE was working for me? How the fuck am I your OG? You older than me. This ain't a fair fight. It's a fucking slaughter. Why you keep bringing up pregnant women? Don't you got a daughter? You really need to get your affairs in order. Last time I checked, your label exec was in hot water. The Diddy house angle is terrible. You making it way too easy. We ain't comparable. When I'm done with you, Top won't let you drop like caribou. Ooh, and then brought up the Top Dog case without being, messy.
You started talking to that nigga. You started talking. They brought up that shit.
Yeah.
All right, now I gotta talk to niggas now.
You want to say that?
That's textbook. I'm gonna talk to you.
I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all really doing. And then here's his last verse. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get to the best part of this. Kicking up dust because my niggas really street niggas better rethink. I don't throw subs, I throw torpedoes that heat seek. Thought you was fleece. When I speak my piece, I beat the beast strictly off of instinct. All the speculation is lame. I tell it plain. I ain't got to drop a nigga name just for him to feel the flame. Do this for the love of the game. You think this is for the fame? Niggas swerving in my lane. I take them on a scenic route. I'm stand on every bar. I promise I won't bleep them out. That's right. It's demons inside my soul. Family who want to bring them out. Keep my wife's name out your mouth before you get Chris rocked. We ain't ducking smoke. That's our bitch. This is hip hop. All I need is a microphone and a disc jock. I'm gonna make this shit pop. Let my dick rock. Tell my dick pop. I do this shit for Big Pop and Pop Smoke. How many more niggas gotta die on y'all coast and we still ain't get mad love? If y'all niggas mad because I'm putting it on for my section, I should be mad. You niggas never ask yourself that question. Pardon me for my question. I know that's a tough pill to swallow. I give you time to digest it just to get back, and I hope you know. Keep them on rack with the flow. Now kick back and enjoy the show. That was a good angle of the East versus West.
Lyn, you got a little breath control, man. You might could get on the mic, son.
I used to rap.
You might could get in there, bro. You might get in there, and
I used to rap. I know how to rap.
You might have to start dissing these podcast niggas. Fuck that. I'm about to start.
Look. I'll say this, P. If you want to get into a podcast, diss with niggas, I wouldn't be opposed. That's how I'm confident in what I can
dropping this podcast.
But yeah, bro, I like the end of that because that's a part that we never think about is East versus West, but all the East Coast niggas die on y'all coast. But what y'all do, y'all talk about y'all gangs and y'all protect niggas. Who y'all protecting? That's a real, like you said, he was talking to him after that second verse. He really talking to niggas in this verse. Like, what y'all talking about? Y'all ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, they could have flipped that and been like, yeah, y'all niggas come out here and get killed because y'all not.
That's fair.
Like that.
But they didn't do that.
They could easily flip that like that too.
But he didn't. So I only could go on what he did. Mm-hmm. That's how we know you a real rapper, nigga, because that's what you would have did, which would have been fire. But they didn't do that. So all I'm left to do is just be like, damn, well, all these niggas dying on y'all coast is a fair question. Shit. So after that song was pretty much done, that's when Daylyt drops his I Can't Hold You, this and then Word is Bond, the song where he talks about Capital Steez. We get Hitter J3 dropping 2 bullshit ass tracks. And then Nick Caution, which I didn't know till the other day when P told me, because I asked him, I was like, P, where's Nick Caution? I told y'all we were real Pro Era fans. And I'm like, where's that nigga? Because Nick arguably could rap better than Joey. Arguably. That was always a conversation of Pro Era. Who raps the best? Is it Nick or is it Joey? I always thought it was Nick. And Nick didn't let niggas down with his song, P. That shit was hard. That shit was hard, bro.
Now, I personally do think Joey is nicer than Nick.
Okay.
But Nick, the thing is, Nick one of them niggas
Nick got great
like
punchlines, bro.
He gotta be on the song. Like he got P punch and like he's real competitive on a track. When they on the
Mm-hmm.
same track together, a lot of times,
He eat that
he might
nigga.
out rap Joey and get
Yeah.
that time. It's just his own body of work ain't gonna be like Joey's
That's
body of
fair.
work.
That's fair. And see, okay, I'll say this. Joey's a better artist than Nick. Nick might be a better lyricist than Joey.
I still think Joey's a better lyricist too.
Okay.
Like I just think Joey he's just so surgical. Like
Because you're
he
right. Nick shit by himself isn't as good as Joey shit by himself. But when they on the same song, Nick be killing his ass, bro.
like, and I think the reason a lot of people like were really impressed with Nick was because of Resurrection of the Real from the Peep the
Mm-hmm.
Apocalypse tape.
Crazy.
Resurrected the Burrow who been the most respected.
Yep.
And then that was the
Fire.
first verse, but then Nick came at the end with that. It's like I'm flowing through a crack pipe. Like,
Fire,
why the
bro.
fuck you asked? Like, he was going crazy. That's
Hold
what
on.
really
Listen.
won a lot of people over with Nick Caution back then.
When I heard hold on, I don't want a Nick Caution song that features Joey Badass. You remember Hotbox that was produced by Kirk Knight with Nick Caution
Mm-hmm.
and Joey? Bro, that shit was great. Then
Nick's
you
a
get
great rapper though.
the Beast Coast is Clear with Joey Badass, Flatbush, Underachievers, Kirk Knight, and Nick. Nick ate on all them niggas, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have liked to see the underachievers and the zombies get
Getting
involved.
this?
I would have been here for those songs.
I was more of a fan of the zombies than the underachievers. The zombies would have cooked them niggas, bro.
I was more of a fan of Flatbush Zombies as well, but I think they came along a little bit after. Like the
Yeah, they did.
underachievers had Indigoism, which was crazy, but once the zombies came with they had drugs first, which kind of got people on it, but then when they dropped Better Off Dead, that kind of cemented them.
The
Like
zombies
and
was
really that's when they kind of they had their own cult fan base from that point. Well, you got Flatbush Zombies fans, not
pro
just Beast Coast
era.
fans.
Pro era was very much so new age Wu Tang. Like they rap very normal. The subject matter is very. I don't want to say normal or because it's not repetitive, but it's what you expect from a rap group. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
zombies, when in
It's classic East Coast rap.
Underachievers, I would say, is also classic East Coast rap. But I thought Pro Era did it better than Underachievers. Then when Zombies comes on, it's so experimental
Well,
and so different.
Underachievers, they make a lot of trap too. They have
Okay.
whole trap mixtapes like
See,
Lords of Flatbush.
I didn't get that deep into
Yeah,
it.
you didn't listen
See,
to Lords of
that's
Flatbush.
fair. I was gonna say the reason why I think I fell in love with Zombies was because Zombies was so different from Pro Era and UA. Like Zombies was on some
Zombies
was on some
got Meech, bro.
crazy shit, bro.
Michi Darko is one of the most incredible rappers I've ever heard.
Amazing, bro.
Michi
Fucking
Darko is
amazing.
insane.
Like I love Flatbush Zombies. Like they're at times, if you'd have asked me in a certain years, if you'd have said, "Would you like better Pro Era or Flatbush?" Certain years, I'd have said Flatbush Zombies. Today,
Right, definitely.
I don't know what I would
Because
say.
as a group, look, as a group, the Flatbush Zombies are a better group because they primarily work together as a group.
Facts.
Pro Era's more of a collective than a group.
Mm-hmm.
So
More
to
like
speak.
our future.
They only have one real group project, Peep the Apocalypse.
That's true.
Well, they have that, and I mean, there's Summer Nights, I guess. I guess
Yeah,
Summer Nights is that a Pro Era project or a Joey Badass project? I'm not entirely sure.
Let me look this up. Pro Era. Yeah, it's Peep the Apocalypse.
I know Peep the Apocalypse, that's Pro Era. Summer Nights, I don't know if that's Joey Badass or Pro Era as a whole. So I think it's Pro Era as a whole, but I think Joey's on like every song.
So I would say, I think you're right. So as a group, they have the Proclopolis. They have the Sex Tape, which came out in 2012.
They did have that one too.
And then they had the Sex Tape Volume 2, which came out in 2014. And then they had Escape from New York, which was Pro Era with Flatbush Zombies and Underachievers. But again, that wasn't all a Pro Era. That was mainly like Joey, Nick, and Kirk.
Wait, I think that was Clockwork Indigo, what you're thinking of, right?
Escape from New York?
I know there's Clockwork Indigo is the Zombies, is Joey, and I think it's the Underachievers.
No, so
if I'm not mistaken.
So Escape from New York, it has Pro Era, which is on the song is Joey Badass, Kirk Knight, Nick Caution, and CJ Fly, and then Powers Pleasant makes some of the beats. And then you got the Flatbush and the Underachievers. That was Escape from New York with this one. That's the cover art.
I don't think I listened to that one.
That one.
I
That one
might have
came
been
out.
just forgot. I don't know.
That
But I
one came
do
out in
know they did have
2019.
they were doing the Clockwork Indigo shit where it was like the whole Beast Coast down there. It was like all them niggas or some
Okay.
shit like that.
Hell yeah. Well, no, I would say the one you talking about, Summer Days, is a Joey project. That's what.
Summer Nights, you mean?
Yeah, Summer Nights is a Joey project. That's what it's saying on here.
But
So
that was the one that had
yeah,
that song Satellite
yeah, that's
with
Joey. That's a Joey Badass mixtape.
yeah.
This one, yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 100%. All right, so yeah, that is Nick Caution drops a fire song, and then Daylyt drops in credits. Joey Badass wins the beef, but it was a good beef.
It was a good car. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
competitive.
it was a, it
It
was
was
a it
good.
was it was a
But
good
I definitely
competitive
give it to
beef.
Joey Badass pretty clearly.
Yeah,
I
no, I
mean,
agree with you.